This is a Pubcast Shot. I'm John Loomer. Lead quality is controlled outside of your ads. Let's go. Now, lead quality is one of the most common problems, complaints, challenges of advertisers. If your business model focuses on using ads to collect leads, the quality of those leads is critical because your advertising is really only step one of this process. While your job is to collect as many leads as you can, you'll surely also be evaluated based on whether those leads result in sales or whatever it is that happens next in the funnel. It doesn't matter how cheap those leads are. If they're all bots, for example, you're not doing your job. Now, I'd love to tell you that collecting the highest quality leads is an easy job. It's not. But when quality is a problem, advertisers usually point the finger at Meta. Now, there absolutely are some elements of Meta's system that can make low-quality leads more likely. Since the algorithm is literal, Meta will exploit every weakness possible to get you the most leads at the lowest cost. And Meta doesn't care whether or not those leads buy. So, common weaknesses can be exploited to get cheap leads. They include things like age range, country, and sometimes placement. While you need to be aware of those potential problems, you can also address them pretty easily if you're on top of your results. But there are other factors that have nothing to do with your ads that have enormous impact on lead quality and whether you can convert them. And the key is that these things are completely within your control. Let's start with the most common problem, your follow-up process. This includes things like your sales team, their script, and the time it takes for them to reach out. A bad sales process will make the best leads look like low quality. And if you don't personally control that process, you need to be sure that someone is on top of making sure that it's refined. But let's limit this discussion to a single common problem, because there's so many layers to this. Email deliverability and response. If you collect 100 leads and only one responds to your email, what does that tell you? Are they bad leads? No, actually, there's a long list of potential explanations. And let's start with deliverability. There's certain things that you need to do within your CRM to help verify that you are who you say you are when you deliver those emails. If not, you'll struggle to get your emails delivered in the first place. But there's also this common problem of simply reaching someone's main inbox. You might have someone who is a hot potential lead who's excited to move forward, but they never see your message. And there are things that you can do to make sure that they find it. On the confirmation page, make it very clear that they need to check their email to take the next step. This needs to be immediate while they're thinking about it. And tell them on that page that they should check spam, promotional, and other folders if they don't see it. So that part is big. But the content of the emails themselves is important too. Make sure it passes a spam check. Don't overload it with images and links. I use plain text. Avoid words and phrases that can be detected as spammy or scammy. Use a strong subject line that is clear about what's inside with some sense of urgency, but without being manipulative or misleading. And if they open that email, then you need them to take action. Direct them to the exact thing you need them to do. Be clear. And if possible, get them to respond to the email. This will help ensure future deliverability. And finally, don't rely entirely on a new lead opening a single email. Create an automation that runs daily checks to see if new leads have acted yet. If not, send them a reminder. Like I said, this is something I'm working on right now. I recently created a new lead magnet, and I've been focused on improving my lead quality when running ads. I was getting a low percentage of these people who were opening my welcome email to click a link and access their course. It would have been easy to blame Meta. But when I looked closer, it was obvious that these were real people. They weren't bots. Some of it was even remarketing, but they weren't opening the welcome email at a high rate. So I confirmed that all my domain settings with my CRM were in order first. I improved the confirmation page. I improved the welcome email subject line and content. And I created an automation that ran a 3-day check to send reminders when action hadn't been taken. So here's the bottom of the glass. These were all easy steps for me to take, but they're also easy to ignore and take for granted. It's easy to do the bare minimum and blame Meta when you get low quality leads. But the reality is that the lead quality might be great. You just aren't doing the things to help make sure you close those leads. It could be your sales team and follow-up. It could be a lot of the technical things to make sure these new leads get your emails or texts or phone calls. And when they get them, they're expecting them, looking for them, and eager to act on them. And these elements really are the secret to high-quality leads. All right, so one more thing before we go. I'm always looking for podcasts where I can share my story. If you host a marketing or advertising podcast and you're looking for guests and you think I'd be a good fit, I'm open to having that conversation. Now, I don't accept every invite. I'm focused on shows that align with my approach and audience. But if you'd like to discuss it, send me the details at me@johnloomer.com. Thanks again for joining me today. Until next time, do awesome things. I'm out.